Welcome to MMT Chats. This episode brought to you by ISCAR with new ideas for machining intelligently. Welcome to the MMT studio. I'm Christina Fugis, and today I have a special guest. I am here with, I guess we're going to call you the Apprentice of the Year in some way. It's the follow the Apprentice, Taylor Bartelt, who is with CDM Tool and Manufacturing, right? Who MoldMaking Technology has covered several times. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
How has it been going? I think I met you 2 shows ago. So you've been being tracked for, what, about a year now?
Yeah, it must have been a year, because the first show I was at was a show a year ago.
That's right. And how many videos are out there of you?
One official video from SPE.
Okay.
But there's multiple videos of me being interviewed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take me through the past year. Like what has your experience been like in the job? What are you doing today?
Okay, so what I would be doing today if I wasn't here.
Yeah, if you weren't here.
I run 2 CNCs in the shop. So one's more of a finishing machine and one's a roughing machine, pretty old roughing machine. But mostly I just do roughing, something that doesn't, it's like pretty technical, but it's not like I can break something.
Okay,
you know?
you can make a mistake and learn from it, right?
Right,
okay.
right.
And is there a favorite piece of technology in the shop between the ones that you're working with?
I don't know.
Not
I
right
like
now?
to program.
You like to program?
Yeah.
So, all right, so you're working through the shop. Do they have you on a path? Like, what is the path they have you on? Like, are they working you through different departments, or how is this working for you?
I could, if I wanted to, I could jump over to be a tool maker, but I'm mostly programming and machining the parts on CNCs.
Okay. What has intrigued you the most so far about a mold shop?
We have really complicated molds sometimes, so it's like the little bits that really matter and the bits that don't, like you gotta know.
Actually, you're right, it goes from one extreme to the other, right?
Yeah.
In terms of complexity and simplicity, I love that.
Yeah.
Is there something that has changed for you? Like when you first came in, you probably had a certain perception of a mold shop. How has that changed in a year?
It's expanded a lot, for sure. There's so much more to molds than I thought there was, and just today I learned so many new things.
Oh, really? Like what? Give me one thing.
Well, up there somewhere, there's like a clear mold. It's like this big, but it's like clear, and I was told like, so here's where the injection goes in. It was an injection mold.
Yep.
So here's where the plastic would go in, and then it showed the ejector retainer plates.
Okay.
They didn't move, but it was, you could see it.
Yep.
So I was pointing it out, I was like, all right, I gotta percept this. So this is like a top clamp plate, this is bottom, this is like A half, B half, core.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love those visual representations at trade shows that's how you learn, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you can actually see how all the different components and mechanisms come together, right?
Right.
All right, so let's get into the industry as a whole. What do you think? I think Kara, our digital editor, our camera lady, had a really good question. Now that you've been doing this for a while too, what do you think is something we can do, not just the trade press, but the industry as a whole, maybe even parents and schools and guidance counselors? How should we attract, like what do you say to your friends or relatives to get them to at least recognize this industry and maybe look into having a career?
It depends if they're younger or older.
Okay. How young is young?
If you're in your 20s, it probably goes by a money standpoint.
Okay, true.
Yeah, because everybody wants to get rich fast or whatever. But if you're like over 20s, high 20s, 28 probably, you probably show them like nice, fancy, shiny like videos and stuff, like good camera shots. Okay. That make it look like all shiny and like
high tech?
Showing, high tech. They want to see new technology for what's going on.
Do you think automation, right? Robotics, 3D printing, does that intrigue you?
Yeah, a little bit,
Software, how about the mold designed end of things? Do you think software, like kids grow up, right, using devices and are used to manipulating that kind of stuff, even like software programs. Do you think that is something that we should somehow promote more, that their careers where you can actually use computers and software? You're not running
Yeah,
a
like,
manual
I
lathe
think-
all the time?
I think computers are easier to control than the machines. Just because I grew up using computers, tablets, iPads, whatever. So I can I hear computer words and I'm like, oh yeah, I know what that is. Whereas like other kids, I wouldn't say kids, they're like older apprentices in my apprentice class, they're like, how do I do this?
Yeah.
Like we're taught how to design and like manufacture designs on molds. In a short bit here, I'm going to be making like a design of a Rubik's Cube, which will be
Ooh.
really cool.
Okay, that's cool.
Because you can put different parts, like there's corner bits, edge bits, center pieces, so you can put them all together and link them. So
That's
that'll
going to be
fun
cool.
see.
Now, is that something you do as a team or is that an individual project?
In school, it's an individual project.
Okay.
Everybody needs to pick something that they want to manufacture that has multiple parts in it. So like, people could make an iPhone with the little buttons on the sides or on the front, or you could make a pen. Like
Okay.
pen has different parts in it, the little spring and whatever else. So everybody picks their own project that they want to
Okay,
make.
and then they see it from what part to what part? From design to,
Yeah, we can make a full design. We make sketches that do the whole measurement portion.
okay,
So we measure the whole part, bring it in ourselves, and we use measuring tools to measure it. And then we put it on the computer, put all the dimensions in there, and then we make it a 3D part.
Yep.
So we make it circular, round,
Okay.
square, whatever, and then we can make a print of it. So it shows all the
that's
specs
awesome.
of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How young do you think we should be marketing manufacturing to? Like grade school,
I don't think they would
junior high?
perceive it. Yeah.
Yeah, the junior high.
So
is-
like 7th grade, they could start getting into it.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
what do you say to your,
Especially in high school.
especially in high
Yeah.
school? I mean, I do hear a lot of shops are targeting. I guess I haven't heard grade school or whatever, elementary school, but I definitely
Yeah.
heard like junior high.
Yeah.
What do you say to your friends about your job?
It's really cool, and there's a bunch of different parts to it. I mean, they're all off on their own tangents,
Yeah.
but
Do you think your friends understand like how this is made?
no.
See, and that makes me so sad because
Yeah, I
you're
know.
actually doing it now and you can't get the message across.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But keep doing what you're doing. We'll try to help promote it as much as we can.
Yeah.
And let's just stay in touch.
Yeah.
Thanks, Taylor.
Thanks.
All right. And for everything mold making, visit moldmakingtechnology.com.